Hello everyone, let's learn how to solve exact equation. So, nag-compile ako ng steps kung paano ko siya sinasolve. And based din siya sa derivation ng formulas, which is, hindi ko na siya i-discuss dito, pero gagamitin natin yung formulas na nasa libro. And disclaimer lang, very step by step kasi, just to know the basics and ano, mais maintindihan talaga natin kung anong ginagawa natin and yun. Hindi ko na ito babasahin isa-isa sa inyo and let's just solve a problem para mas mag-intindihan natin to step by step. So, ang problem natin is 3x times the quantity xy minus 2 dx plus the quantity x cubed plus 2y dy is equal to 0. So, yan. Step 1 natin is, yan, sulat natin, this is step 1. Determine if the equation is exact. So, letter A is determine m and n by the formula df is equal to mdx plus ndy. So, may may formula na df is equal to 0. So, palitan natin siya ng 0, which is ito na yung df natin. And, yung mdx plus ndy, ang m yung katabi ng dx at yung n katabi ng dy. So, hanapin natin yung m dito. Ito yung m. So, salatan natin. Magiging siyang, ito yung m at ito yung n. Kasi yung n, yan yung katabi ng dy, di ba? mdx plus ndy. So, sulat natin magiging m is equal to, distribute na natin tong 3x dito sa xy minus 2. So, magiging siyang 3x squared y minus 2. And yung n naman is equal, itong 3x squared y minus 6x pala, sorry. So, 6x. Kasi distribute yung 3x sa negative 2. So, ang n naman is equal to x cubed plus 2y. So, na-determine na natin yung m and n. Next naman is differentiate m and n in terms of y and x respectively. So, ibig sabihin, differentiate natin yung m in terms of y and yung n in terms of x. So, gawin natin yan. Differentiate natin. So, differentiate m in terms of y. So, d over dy. Ito yung m, di ba? So, differentiate natin to. Minus 6x. So, yan. Ang x dito, since mag-differentiate tayo in terms of y, x will be considered as a constant. So, 3x squared, y is just 1, so 1. Or pwede na natin, wag na natin isulat. So, negative 6x. So, since mag-differentiate tayo in terms of y, this will be a constant. Therefore, differentiation of a constant is just 0. So, ito naman ang i-differentiate natin kasi differentiate n in terms of x daw. Which is dito, sabi, differentiate n in terms of x. So, yan. D over dx, ito yung n natin, x cubed plus 2y. So, dito, normal differentiation, magiging 3x squared kasi in terms of x na tayo. Ito, y will be considered as a constant kasi in terms of x tayo nag-differentiate. So, 3x squared plus 0 is 3x squared. So, papasin natin, itong dalawa is equal. Kaya sabi dito, ang condition is, ang differentiations daw ng dalawa, itong dalawa, should be equal for the DE to be exact. Therefore, this differential equation is exact kasi differentiation of m in terms of y and differentiation of n in terms of x is just equal. So, 3x squared is just equal to 3x squared. Therefore, we can say that this equation is exact. So, ngayon, erase na natin to. Next step is using the formula m is equal to df over dx, n is equal to df over dy. Equate the values of m and n let m and n be equation 1 and 2 respectively. So, yan. df over dx is equal to m daw. So, palitan natin, m is 3x squared y minus 6x. And df over dy daw, sabi daw dito, df over dy is n. So, n is x cubed plus 2y. So, yan yung step 2 natin. Wait. This is step 2. So, ngayon is step 3 na tayo. So, choose between equation 1 and 2 which to integrate to get f. So, ang goal natin sa step 3 is mahanap natin yung f. Since pwede tayong pumili dito sa dalawa, ito yung equation 1, ito yung equation 2. Pili tayo sa dalawa kung ano mas madali integrate. So, ito yon. So, integrate natin to. Yan. Multiply muna natin both sides by dy. So, magiging df is equal to x cubed plus 2y dy. So, integrate na natin. Magiging f is equal to, since integration in terms of y, ito magiging lang x cubed y. Copy natin yung x cubed plus yung katabi niya sa y. Plus 2y squared over 2. Makakancel to, so y squared na lang. Erase na natin, palitan na lang natin. Y squared. Plus, sabi dito, kapag ang ginamit natin is df over dy, ito yung ginamit natin, di ba? So, constant c will be represented by q of x. So, since q of x siya, since integration baga siya, so, magiging na siyang plus c. Supposedly, plus c siya kasi mag-integrate tayo. Pero, ang gawin muna natin is q of x siya. So, yan. Yan yung step 3. So, sulatan natin step 3. Nakuha na natin yung f. So, step 4 natin is with the function f from step 3, which is ito, function f, differentiate in terms of x or y based on what you integrated. So, magpipili tayo kung i-differentiate ba natin yung function ng f sa in terms of y or in terms of x. So, if df over dx is integrated, differentiate f in terms of d over dy. So, ang ginawa natin dito, ito yung in-integrate natin. So, df over dy. So, ito yung gagamitin natin. If df over dy is integrated, differentiate f in terms of d over dx. So, ang gagawin natin is di-differentiate natin siya in terms of d over dx. D over dx. F is equal to d over dx. Itong buong term na to. So, magiging x cubed y plus y squared plus q of x. So, ngayon, magiging na tong, dito na natin sulat, magiging df over dx is equal to, magiging tong 3x squared. Copy natin yung constant y. Plus, since ito constant, magiging 0 lang naman, so wag na natin isulat. D over dx, tapos qx, so magiging siyang d q of x over dx. Or pwede naman natin siyang, palitan natin ng q prime x. Pero yan naman na yung gawin natin. So, yan. Next step natin is, ito yung step 4 natin. Nakuha na natin to. So, next step is equate the solved value of d over dy kasi dx kasi yun yung ginamit na solve natin. So, ito yung df over dx. Depending on step 4 to the values in step 2. Then solve for t of y or q of x. So, yan. df over dx natin is ito yung na-solve natin. And ito yung sa step 2, ito yung value ng df over dx. So, since parehas sila df over dx, equate natin sila. So, magiging 3x squared y minus 6x is equal to ito, 3x squared y plus dq of x all over dx. So, since pag minove natin to the left side, magiging negative 3x squared y. So, 3x squared y minus 3x squared y, magiging 0. So, cancel na lang natin siya. So, ang answer natin is dq of x dx is equal to negative 6x kasi siya na lang yung tira. So, negative 6x. Ngayon naman is para mahanap natin yung q of x is integrate natin both sides. Ay, multiply na lang natin tuloy muna by dx both sides para makancel yung fraction. So, dx. So, ngayon pwede natin integrate both sides. So, magiging na siyang q of x na lang to is equal to, labas natin yung constant, negative 6. Integration ng x is x squared over 2. Cancel, cancel. So, negative 3x squared yung value ng q of x. So, nasolve na natin yung q of x dito. So, step 6 is substitute constant q of x kasi yung ginamit natin to the function f and let f is equal to c. So, substitute natin to sa function f which is ito. So, lang. Erase lang natin to para may may space. So, yan. Yan yung function f. Isulat ko lang ulit dito. F is equal to x cubed y plus y squared plus q of x. So, substitute natin yung value ng q of x. So, and yung f is equal to c na daw. So, c is equal to x cubed y plus y squared minus 3x squared. So, ang final answer natin will be that. So, final answer is x cubed y plus y squared minus 3x squared is equal to c. So, ang next problem natin is the quantity x plus y dx plus the quantity x minus y dy is equal to 0. So, following the steps natin na diniscuss ko, is first step is determine if the equation is exact. So, step 1. A is determined m and n by the formula df is equal to m dx plus n dy or 0 is equal to m dx plus n dy. So, ang katabi ng m is dx and n is dy. So, mapapansin natin dito, m is x plus y kasi katabi siya ng dx and n is equal to x minus y. So, sulat natin m is equal to x plus y, n is equal to x minus y. Step 2 is, itong b is differentiate m and n in terms of y and x respectively. So, differentiate natin yung m in terms of y and differentiate natin yung n in terms of x. So, magiging siyang d in terms of y, yung m, is equal to x will be considered as a constant. So, differentiating a constant will result to 0. So, 0, huwag na natin isulat, plus d over dy, y is just 1. And d over dx naman sa n. Since ito, in terms of x tayo mag-differentiate sa n. So, d over dxx is equal to 1. Minus a constant is 0 lang naman. So, minus 0. So, 1 lang naman siya. So, 1 is equal to 1. Therefore, exact yung equation natin. Ngayon is, na tayo? Step 2. Using the formula, m is equal to df over dx, n is equal to df over dy. So, equate natin, magiging df over dx is equal to m, di ba? So, ito yung m natin, x plus y. Sulat ko na x plus y. And df over dy is equal to is equal to n. So, n is x minus y. So, isulat ko na dito. So, step 3 is mapili ako sa dalawang equation kung ano ang integrate ko to get f. So, pares lang naman sila madali. So, pero ito na lang yung piliin natin. So, df over dx is equal to x plus y. Multiply natin both sides by dx, magiging df is equal to x plus y dx. So, ngayon, integrate na natin both sides. So, magiging siyang f is equal to x squared over 2. And ang y will be considered constant. So, y, x. plus, ano yung constant natin? Since ito yung in-integrate natin, df over dx, constant c will be represented by t of y. So, yan. Tapos na natin yung step 3. Yan yung nakuha natin. Next step is with the function f from step 3, differentiate in terms of x or y based on what you integrated. So, since ang in-integrate natin is df over dx, ito yan. Ito yung in-integrate natin. Differentiate f in terms of d over dy. So, i-differentiate natin tong f function na to by d over dy. F is equal to d over dy x squared over 2 is just 0 kasi ito, consider siya as constant kasi may x. So, 0 plus x is considered as a constant, so copy times 1 plus d t of y over dy. Kasi d over dy times ty is this 1. Equals din to sa t prime y. Pero isulat natin muna siya as that. So, yan. Alam natin na ito, pwede itong ma-rewrite as df over dy. Which is, meron tayo ditong value ng df over dy, which is n, yung in-equate natin kanina. So, palitan natin to ng x minus y. So, x minus y is equal to, tanggalin na tong 0, x times 1 is x plus d t of y dy. So, cancel to. So, ang value ng dt of y dy is d is negative y. So, ngayon, ang gagawin natin, nakuha na natin yung dt of y. So, para makuha natin yung t of y, integrate natin both sides. So, magiging t of y is equal to negative y squared over 2. So, next step natin is substitute natin yung constant t of y sa function f na na-solve na natin and let f is equal to c. So, ito yung function f natin. So, substitute natin siya dyan. Erase lang natin to. So, yan. F is equal to x squared over 2 plus xy minus y squared over 2. And let f daw is equal to c. So, palitan na natin to. Yes, yan. Ngayon, ang gagawin natin, since may mga denominator na 2, pwede natin itong i-multiply both sides by 2 para mas maayos. So, magiging c is equal to x squared plus 2xy minus y squared. So, yan na yung final answer natin. So, yan lang naman yung mga steps natin, itong dalawa. So, on how to solve exact equations and para mas ma-practice natin kung paano mag-solve without looking at these statements and formulas. We should solve more problems. And if you want to watch more of my videos, I'll be uploading more soon. Consider subscribing to this channel. And thank you guys for watching.